Hello, this is a follow-up to the No Major Glitches tutorial, kind of, rather than remaking it. Why am I not remaking it? Because there are so many parts that are so similar to No Pause Storage. So this video is basically telling you what parts of the No Pause Storage tutorial that you can follow despite learning No Major Glitches. Um, so this well, it says NMS, but it's no major glitches now, and then this is it says any percent, but it's no pause storage. So that's how I'll be referring to them. Um, so basically, because Mindy Skip is Xbox exclusive, there might be times in this video where this tutorial where I just talk about stuff being on Xbox, but you can just kind of ignore that. So, if you're looking to run No Major Glitches, and you're probably playing on GameCube, if you are playing No Major Glitches, so you can follow the No Pause Storage tutorial, the Any Percent Tutorial 2020. You can follow it all the way up to BBBH, Bubble Blow and Baby Hunt. All of this you can follow. Even though it's covering the same stuff, like this tutorial is from 2018 is just bad. You know, we were a lot more knowledgeable by 2020, which is why I'm recommending you to follow this one instead. It's just more knowledgeable, and things are explained better, so you can follow this for a while. And then even this you can still, like, follow. Basically, this is where the first, like, major difference happens, where, in the No Pause Storage tutorial, it's a suggestion that you can do slide jumps, but in No Major Glitches, you basically have to do slide jumps. Because it enables a route that just saves a lot. So basically, yeah, you're gonna, be on this barrel, and then it's like, yeah, you want to, like, kind of swerve around a bit, and then, yeah, you can ledge grab this, and then as you're, like, falling off here, you'll begin to get coyote frames, and then you'll drop, and then you can jump backwards. That's what a lot of people don't realize when they're learning. You just jump to it, and then you begin to drop, and then you can jump backwards. So the tutorial explains it, but it's just like, when you land on the tube, there's a 2-frame window to press A. So you want to use Patrick's left foot as a visual cue, essentially. On GameCube, this is 30 FPS, so it's quite a bit easier, even though the frame rate's quite inconsistent. But after this, you'll kill all the enemies shown in the tutorial, and then you'll just, you'll grab the end level token. And then you can follow this for a while again, except I think this suggests going from Weenie Parking to SpongeBob in the No Pause Storage tutorial, but no, you just want to do Weenie. I think, right? Do you want to just do Weenie? Oh, no. You want to do, then you want to do backtracking, I think, after Weenie. And you'll do Rub-a-Dub 2 and SD102. Like, when you grab the final Weenie key, instead of warping back to the beginning of the level, you warp to SD102 and Rub-a-Dub 2. You can do them in whichever order you want, but Rub-a-Dub is definitely preferable because it's, like, objectively harder until you actually start doing stuff in sandwich driving. So you'll grab 1 Rub-a-Dub token and 3 sandwich driving tokens. You do sandwich, time ring, and macho. Then you go back to Weenie, and then you'll drive to the finish line. You do frogfish, you do rock slide. So you can follow the No Pause Storage tutorial again. There is a trick at the beginning of rock slide, but it's probably not for beginners anyway. And then you can follow Now to Amend. The only thing you don't want to follow is that I think I mentioned that you can do a thing called Bungee Late. If you're on GameCube, completely ignore that. SCDA, you can 100% follow as well. Except, in this, it's explained that you need to grab the SpongeBob warp in SCDA 1. That is not necessary in No Major Glitches, but you still can do it if you want to. But you don't have to at all. It's probably less complicated to just do it in SCDA 1, but, like, you know. Also, I think around here, I explain like, backup tokens that you can do, you have significantly less options in No Major Glitches. So, the stuff that you're probably, like, if you do want to avoid stuff, the stuff that you're most likely wanting to avoid are SCDA Guitar Challenge and, playing Spongeball, or one of the two. If you just want to avoid one of the two, then you want to do Weenie Time Challenge. If you want to avoid both, then for the first Rubber Dub token, you don't want to do Dumb Jump. You want to basically play the level practically casually so that you can hit all of the targets, which will then enable you and then for Rubber Dub Time, you can still do Dumb Jump if you want. But then for Rubber Dub Ring, well, that's why you got it. It's because, you need all of the targets hit, or else you can't do Rubber Dub Ring. You'll softlock yourself. And then you can do Rubber Dub Macho, which you can also do Dumb Jump for that if you want. So then that'll be how you get your 2 additional tokens. But if you only want to get 1 additional token, then you just do Weenie Time Challenge. If that Rubber Dub stuff sounds too complicated, you could then also do, like, Sunday Time Challenge. But, like, at that point, you're just losing a lot of time. But yeah, other than that, you could basically follow SCDA, follow Dennis, ignore this BBBH2. You ignore this. Just ignore this. Do Sunday, do Gesk, Dennis 2, Gesk 2, except, you want to do every token, but you can follow this pretty easily, and, you know, because Ring, you just follow the rings, Macho, you just do the exact same thing as the Time Challenge. So yeah, you can, so instead of grabbing 1 extra guest token here, you grab, all 3 additional guest tokens. Plank you want to essentially follow, except, after grabbing the bounce, basically, after, unlocking Guitar, you know, you grab the bounce token out of bounds, you come back here, and then you do the, and then you grab Guitar. Then you need to follow this more closely, because then you need to do this as backtracking. So you can do it in essentially whatever order you want, but you're going to be doing Depression 2, BBBH 2, and SCDA 2. It is probably recommended you do Shell City Dead Ahead 2 first. So, and again, you can you can do Spongeball later here if you want to. You can even grab the warp early, but still do this token later, or you could do it after Dennis 1, like shown in the No Pause Storage tutorial. It really doesn't matter when you do it. You could just do it whenever you want. But yeah. I would recommend doing this this SCDA 2 first. So, oh wait, I forgot about BBBH backwards as well. But yeah, I would still recommend. So from Planktopolis, if you scroll up 5 times in the menu, you'll go to SCDA 2, and then you want to warp to the Guitar Challenge. I don't know if I explained it in the tutorial, but if you're having trouble with, like, because this is one of the tokens that people generally want to skip, right? But here's the trick, right? After passing a ring, if you pause, the menu takes a while to appear, so you can briefly see when the next ring is going to appear, like, as the menu is opening. So you can open up the menu, and then you'll see this ring in the distance, and then you'll know to go to it. So that's, like, a trick if you don't know where the next ring is going to be. But if you're not doing this token, then I wouldn't recommend doing this split late, especially if you're not doing Spongeball late, then you can, and you're not doing Guitar late, then you can just skip this area entirely. But anyway, then I would recommend doing BBBH2, and while it's outdated, you still want to follow this tutorial. The only exception, really, is that the way that you can go backwards is different here. So instead of walking down this path, you can literally just, hold on, I'm trying to, okay. So you can walk, if you see my cursor, you can walk this way, jump down here, walk to the edge of the platform, and use upgraded guitar to hit this button that you can't see over here, because that is objectively easier and saves like 4 seconds over the paths shown in this tutorial. But the rest of it you want to follow. And then Depression 2, yeah, you can just follow Depression 2 from the tutorial as well. But yeah, the way that I would recommend doing the backtracking is SCDA 2, which is 5 scrolls up from Planktopolis. Then you go to BBBH2, which is 5 scrolls up again, and then you do Depression 2, which is 4 scrolls up. And then after you're done with all that, you scroll all the way back down to Planktopolis 2, where you go to the second token, and you could basically just follow this again, essentially. Same with Knucklehead, and then I would recommend following No Pause Storage's Neptune, because I probably explain it better. Also, if I mention anything about lag, you can ignore that as well, because you can't do that on GameCube. I believe I went over basically everything. Yeah, pretty much. Hopefully that was good enough to just get the job done. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.